friends, Ethan and Sydney, are not here because they're lame, but me and Sparks are here because our teams are playing in the championship.
That's the thing. We don't need Florida fans and Arkansas fans anyway.
Like the one on Twitter last night.
Oh my gosh. And then tell me you don't even care about wins and losses. Then why are you talking to us?
Like, stop. Why do you follow me if you don't care?
He was lucky I was busy.
I was like, I'm going to bed. I got time for you.
That's basically what I was. We had, like I said, we have friends over. It's a whole ordeal that I hate. Is in the middle of this because I've locked myself in a room now, but
it's fine.
It is what it is.
It's fine. I've been wearing this shirt for the entire College World Series run, so here we are.
I am not in my game day fit yet. I have an outfit that I've worn every game but one in the postseason, and it was Evansville game 2. So we're going back to what wins.
I didn't put myself in do not disturb, and now my computer is beeping at me. Until this evening, there. I'm like, why are we beeping? Because someone texted me. His boyfriend texted me, and I don't think he understands how I feel. Because he's from Maryland, and he's like, Maryland doesn't do anything. And I was like,
they don't do sports. It is what it is.
They beat Texas twice.
That's all that matters.
I was like, I like Maryland. I told him when we first started dating, I said, this is a horns down relationship. Do not start wearing burnt orange when you came from Maryland. Don't be like, no, I'm going to be no.
It's brown. They wear brown. We need to quit calling it orange. It's not real orange. That's worn in Knoxville. It's not the real UT. That's in Knoxville.
No, it's TU.
Yeah, exactly.
Lowercase because capital is Tulane.
Agreed.
There you go. So how are we feeling about tonight, Sparks?
As good as you can feel knowing that you're in a national championship game. I mean, the way I keep putting it is you lost 2 times in a row once this year. It was on the road, which I get this is a road game, but it's not a home game, but it's not a road game either.
It's a neutral site.
Right. You're the best team in baseball. Does the best team always win? No, they don't. But you go out there and everybody plays their A-plus game. You are the best team in baseball. So do that twice, and we're national champions.
I honestly don't know what to do with my hands. Like, we haven't played for a national title in the big 3 sports in like 80 years.
I mean, we had our 98. I was almost 3. Don't remember. Don't care. I'll argue about it. I'll own it. But, and then it just got really dark. We've had just season after season of all kinds of sports just not being good at all. And so to finally be relevant in everything and just have an elite baseball program the last 4 years, it's been a fun time. Nice. It's been fun. It's better than the Dave Serrano and Todd Raleigh days of almost 20 straight years of no postseason. It was miserable.
Ouch. I felt that. But, like, I'm just so happy that Schloss is ours and that he's not going to Texas as much as Texas fans would like to believe that he's going to Texas.
Oh, well, I mean, they've been convinced for a month and a half now that Tony Vitello – are they even firing their coach?
They haven't announced that. So I'm like,
I can't imagine you wait until after the season. I think they keep their coach, but either way, there are 2 coaches that aren't going, and they're playing in a national championship tonight.
Like, Schloss has literally just got a huge deal for basically a new stadium.
Like, we're doing the same thing. We're renovating the entire thing. I guess we don't have the room to build a new one where we're at, but we're redoing everything. The fact of the matter is, at the end of this season, Vitello and Schloss are going to be 1 and 2 highest paid coaches in the country, and it probably depends 1 and 2 on who wins this series.
Pretty much, and A&M's got the money to throw around.
And Tennessee has proven finally with Danny White that we do too, and so I expect those 2 to be the 2 highest paid coaches at their schools. Texas can continue to be, the number 2 school in Texas, the number 2 UT, which they're not the real UT, it's TU, but they continue being everybody's little brother.
My favorite thing is that I had a Texas fan in my mentions literally say, "Well, y'all had the easiest path to the title," and I said, "We played you, dumbass." What?
Yeah,
So you're admitting you suck.
it's ridiculous. I hate them. I hate them. I'm glad they're in the SEC so they can realize what real sports are and fade into irrelevance.
There's a difference because they're like, "Oh, well, we beat SEC teams when we play them." And I said, "There's a difference between giving everything to Alabama in 1 week and playing Alabama and then LSU and then Georgia and like, no, it's not the same thing."
Exactly. Exactly. So they'll learn that. Oklahoma will learn that. I think they're great additions to especially baseball and especially softball, but I think Oklahoma falls out of football completely.
Poor Oklahoma. They gave a Texas A&M sized contract.
I could not believe that. I was sitting there talking with my buddies about, I don't know, he hasn't, obviously it's 2 years, you got to rebuild, you got to retool. We said, man, he hasn't really done anything. And then they're like, well,
Here's
we're
money.
riding with him. It's like, that I would have waited at least one season in the SEC to figure that out.
I mean, at least Jimbo almost made the playoff before we handed him
This is true. This is true.
Like, God.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much Jimbo deserved it, but at least there was something on his resume to point to when you did it.
You're like, yeah, look, we almost did the thing.
Well, and he won a national championship before, and
yeah, exactly.
All the other things. Brent Venables has, great defensive coordinator. Great defense coordinator. Can't wait till he's in Knoxville in 3 years, rehabbing his career.
Love it. All right, who's pitching for y'all tonight? Do you know?
We're going with the Stamos-Kazi connection. So Stamos will open because Kazi doesn't like to start.
Fair.
You get 2 batters on in the first inning, and he'll be done. He pitched 8 pitches against Florida State last Friday.
They're like, nope.
If he gets 3 innings, we're going to win a damn national championship. If he pitches good enough to get to the 3rd inning, which he's only done a couple of times, it means we're in really good shape. But I don't know, baseball is a weird, superstitious sport, and Kazi doesn't like to start. He likes to come out of the bullpen. So you just have an opener. So it'll be Stamos for anywhere between 5 pitches and 3 innings. And then it'll be Kazi until he runs out. And then I'd assume Kirby Cannell and Nate Snead will be the 2, hopefully only 2 relievers that we would need.
I'm here for Ryan Prager going like 7 and us only needing Evan Aschenbeck, but I don't think that will happen.
It's too, when A&M's offense is going, it's going. Obviously, Tennessee's got the best offense in a long, long time. True. We won't be able to break LSU's home run record because of run rule and new bats and everything else. That's a soapbox for a different day, but it's a next level offense. So even the best pitchers, you got to bring. Everybody's got to be damn near perfect.
Honestly, like I'm at the point where we made it with the fact that Braden Montgomery is out. Shane Sadeo is out, and he had just become our second day starter. We don't have a second day starter. Like the fact that we're even here is crazy.
We did that when AJ Russell went down. Everybody was like, okay, we knew we had the AJs. We knew we had Beam. Drew Beam's been a staple on Saturday for the last year and this year. But sometimes, man, those good teams, those good coaches, you find a way.
That's why Schloss said you out-teamed the other team. And I was like, I love that.
It's what we've been able to do all year. A&M's done a really good job at it. I do think for the first time, at least since COVID, the 2 teams that deserve to be in it the most are in the final.
I want it for Braden. I want it for Braden so badly.
I want it for me. I want it for Tony. I want it for Christian Moore. I want it for Drew Beam, Murfreesboro kid, represent. But damn, I just, I don't get all sentimental about let's do it for these players that are especially older players and hurt players. Like, let's just go out and fucking win for me. Let me have this.
I know, please, God.
Let me have this. If there is a player that I feel that way for, it is Kirby Cannell. Grew up in Johnson City, Tennessee kid. I assume it's 6 year. Last year of eligibility. Who knows anymore with COVID? I don't even know what years people are anymore. But
Exactly.
a guy who stuck around, help Tony Vitello build this program, and send him off would be magical.
I found out during the World Series that our 2 Ivy League transfers we could keep for 1 more year if they decided to stay, because they got 2 COVID years. Because Ivy didn't play in 20.
Oh, they didn't play in 21.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, ooh, Jackson Appel is gone. Like, he's too good. He's gone. But Hayden Schott may stick around.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like it for the kids. One thing I hate about baseball is as soon as a guy gets good, he's gone. There almost is no 2 years of greatness. Not that it doesn't exist. Jack Caglione's a great example.
Jason Lavalette will be a great one.
Jason Lavallette's a good example. Christian Moore's a good example. But it just so many times now hell, you got to work to even get them on campus when you know they're going to be great.
They do have to stay for 3 years after they choose to be on campus. They have to have 3 collegiate years. But a lot of them will transfer if they're not getting exactly what they want.
Yeah, and that's become a big issue. Vitello's done a really good job of keeping the guys that are going to make waves. Kyle Booker left. He went to Oral Roberts last year, but that was about the only guy you lost where you were like, damn, he's a guy that was really going to help us next year.
It's killing me, seeing all the injuries and then seeing some of our guys doing summer ball, and I'm like, damn, if you were here. God, we could use another outfielder.
What's the update on Lavalette? I mean, I know he played against Florida. Is he healthy?
He's going to play.
That I knew, but just I guess as long as he can walk out there, they're not getting him off.
If he can walk, he's playing.
Fair enough. Is he playing in the field or is he just DHing?
Right now, I think he's playing in the field because our other option is Hayden Schott, who's playing on a torn meniscus.
Love that. That's postseason sports.
Of course, Hayden keeps saying every time they ask him about it, he's like, oh, y'all are overplaying it. Jackson's hurt more than I am. And I'm like, don't tell me that. Hate it.
Yeah, you like that we're overplaying it, but maybe we don't need to know about the rest.
It's like, I didn't need to know that our starting catcher is more hurt than you, okay?
Yeah.
God, I didn't need to know that. If he is hurt, he's not showing any signs of it. Kid's good. I'd be okay with him being a Ranger. No questions asked.
I'm a Cardinals fan, but I don't have much MLB allegiance. I hate the Astros. I hate the Braves, and I hate the Cubs. Other than that, I don't really care.
See, Ethan will go on his soapbox saying that the real SEC fans are Braves fans, and I'm like, no.
I will say this and I'm from East Tennessee, Knoxville. We don't have a pro team. They are the pro team of the Southeast. I don't live in Georgia. I'm not from Atlanta. I don't like any other. I've been raised my whole life to hate the Hawks, to hate the Bulldogs, to hate Georgia Tech. I don't like Georgia. I don't care who they are. I don't like them. Our minor league affiliate is the Cubs. We're the Tennessee Smokies. That whole championship team in 2016 came up right down the street. Fuck them. I don't like them. I don't care about the Cubs. I don't care about the Braves. Some of our fans are Reds. I hate them too. I don't care.
There you go. I can't stand the Astros. Boyfriend is an Orioles fan because he's from Maryland. And I'm just like, I feel bad for you because, the Rangers knocked you out real good last year.
Yeah, I mean, But no, Ethan's wrong. Nobody has to like the Braves. It's absolutely not required for anybody. He should be liking Florida teams anyway.
With the Marlins or...
You got the Marlins and the Rays. Pick a team.
I was like, what's the other one?
Pick a team, but, that's what you get from a Florida grad. That's not all there upstairs.
Aw. So much love. So much love. I'm surprised he wasn't able to be here because I was like, because last time y'all were doing something bad, he's like, where's Sparks at? Like, uh-oh.
Yeah. High school football, unfortunately, keeps me from being able to do this during most of football season, but schedule's changed a little bit this year, so hopefully I can come on and talk my shit when Nico Yamaliava comes in and runs the SEC.
Oh, goodness. I tell you, my only football comment is I love Mike Elko. I really do. I don't know that he's going to be a championship contender year in and year out, but he is good for the program.
I think so too. He'll be. I mean, again, I don't. Whatever. We don't play y'all this year, so I don't care. I hope you beat everybody you play because I hate everybody else too. I don't care.
I'm kind of sad we don't play y'all this year. It's fun to play y'all. I enjoy it.
I had a good time last year, although it was horrific football to watch.
It really was.
It was such a bad game.
I was like, y'all suck.
Dude, from start to finish, it was just it wasn't what team wanted it the most. It was which team didn't want it the least.
Like, I don't care.
Yeah, dude, it was rough. It was bad. I mean, a win's a win. I'll never be unhappy, but it was not fun football.
No. Let's see. So A&M's got Ryan Prager tonight, and he's been our ace all season. He's got Florida got to him the first time we played them in like March. And then when we played him like last week, it was lights out. No hitter into the 7th. Like, it was beautiful.
Yeah, Stamos and Kazi, it's been a little rough for them the last couple outings. And when Kazi gets settled in, he's great. He kind of got rocked. I mean, that Florida State, they went on that run, and none of our pitchers could stop them. We just happened to be able to bat last and not quit batting. Fortunately, by the way, it was a check swing. Fuck Florida State. It was a check swing. I'm glad we got to beat Link Jarrett and get over that Notre Dame loss. Team of Destiny, let's go.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with the fact that it was a check swing, but I do think that the better team won. So there's that.
I'll take it. Listen, truly and honestly, if that's in the 3rd inning, probably says it's a strike. It's a 50-50 call. I know the little angle with the line that they all want to draw. It's not where the third baseman stands. There's another angle from the first base line where it doesn't look like it. It's a 50-50 call. And in a 50-50 call, surprisingly, a baseball ump didn't make it about himself and let the players solve the game. Fact of the matter is you still gave up 3 straight singles after you've given up 2 hits before or a walk and a hit before. So be better.
Get the out, dude.
Right. You were up 5 and lost. That's on you.
It's the same. Like when we were playing Florida, we had a failed double play. We were like, well, shit, this is when they come back. And not 2 pitches later, we got another ground ball and they turned the double play. And I'm like, see, that's what good teams do.
Yeah. Well, that was the story of the second game with Florida State is, we have the horrible throw to first base and it bounces off the wall and back to Blake Burke to get the tag at second. They get their 2 guys on and ground right into a double play. We get the play at home. Dreiling, our shortstop, throws at home instead of at first to keep them from scoring. Because I tell you what, those 2 solo shots, say that 3 times fast, it had me worried. I've got battered ball syndrome. I know that as soon as something bad can happen, it does.
Battered Aggie syndrome.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. The cup's always on. We're always looking over our shoulder. It's rough. And for finally 2 games where anything that went wrong, you found a way to get through it was relieving, to say the least.
I tell you, if we have to play Jack Bell at second base, we may be in trouble.
Hey, your lips to God's ears. Put him there.
Because, and I told Mom, I was talking to my mom, and she's like, well, he's a freshman, so is Gavin and Caden Sorrell. And I said, yeah, Gavin has started every game this season. Caden Sorrell started after the Globe Life tournament thing. Jack Bell has played maybe 5 games, and he's started maybe 2. Like, that's different.
Yeah.
And coming in when it's championship weekend, it's different.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you feel for the kid because the one ball he came in and the ball came to him and he just airmailed it. And I was like, "What are you doing?" Right there.
We've been really lucky. We've got a pretty veteran group that's played pretty much all season. Haven't had problems. Knock on wood, that stays. As long as we don't continue to ram our head into the outfield wall every single game, we should be all right.
I felt so bad for that. I don't know if you watched the A&M Florida game, but Ali Camarillo hit a triple at the top of the ninth only because their outfielder literally ran face first into the pole.
Oh man, it's been bad. Florida State did it. That Florida State did it to lose to us. The Evansville player did it against us. Took him out for the series. Hunter Ensley had to DH against North Carolina, or he got hurt in North Carolina and then had to DH against Florida State. It's been that Wolf's given a lot of teams a lot of trouble this year.
Like, I just watched it. I was like, that's not fair. They shouldn't let him have a triple when he literally couldn't get up to throw it. That's not fair.
Yeah, it becomes a problem. That's a big old outfield for your other fielder to get down over to the ball.
He did eventually get up and throw it and kept him at third. But I was like, I'm proud of you for getting up. Because like, you look concussed, bro.
Yeah.
He was like, got up and he was like, okay, you're not okay. Take his ass out. Like, no. But honestly, I feel like if we win today, if that happens with Ryan Prager, we play Tanner Jones tomorrow and basically play for the possibility of a game 3.
Yeah, I mean, we play ours is set. It's Stamos Causey tonight. Win or lose, it's Beam. And then if there's a game 3, it's Sechrist. I can't imagine anything would change that. Man, I mean, I know that the feeling with Vol fans, the way you've been able to win, the way you've been able to come back after losses, has been if you win tonight, you're not getting beat 2 times in a row.
It's over. A&M has to win tonight. I'm telling you that right now.
I surprisingly, you'd be shocked based on every other comment I've ever made on a podcast on this podcast, but haven't talked a lot of shit, haven't really been whatever, but the thought is A&M wins this game, they might win the World Series. A&M lose this game, it's over because you're just not beating Tennessee twice in a row.
I mean, like I said, I feel good about Ryan Prager, and I feel good about Evan Ashenbeck. Chris Cortez is my question mark. When Chris Cortez is on, he's throwing 100 miles per hour. You're missing it. It's not close.
You don't think if y'all won today, y'all would try to just sweep it?
It depends on how Justin Lampkin's feeling. Because he just pitched.
Pitched. Yeah, see, that's...
He pitched against Florida, so it's like, it depends on if he feels like he can go game 2, fine, let him go. Because he's been great. You always need that one guy that just turns it on in the World Series.
Hey, look,
it's been Justin Lampkin.
You finish this, there's no more throws to make.
You're like, it's okay, bro, just do it.
That's kind of how I feel. I know, I think Kirby Cannell has played in every postseason game this year for us as a middle reliever. Every single postseason game. And it's like, he's not going to the pros. Probably won't even try to make some kind of minor league roster. My guess is he'll be in the dugout next year as some kind of student GA coach, something like that. So he doesn't care. That arm doesn't matter anymore. So he's thrown every single postseason game. He throws on weeknights. He throws on weekends. That man has truly given his all for Tennessee, and that is the one guy. That is the one guy that you really want to win it for.
I feel like we have it's Ryan Prager, Chris Cortez, and there's one other that I just can't think of his name right now, that have been here through Childress and now into Schloss. Like, they are the OGs. Right. And I'm like, you've got to do it for them.
I want, Beam, Christian Moore, Tears was a red shirt, Blake Burke. They were there on that 22 team. That team that should have come through and rolled through Omaha that didn't even make it. That's one of the crazy things about baseball. I mean, any sport, but baseball, it seems like
anybody can beat anybody on any given day.
Yeah. And I want them, and I think that's one thing that's really working for us is, I don't know if you watched the second Tennessee Florida State game. We didn't really celebrate. We treated that like a midweek win. High five and the handshake, and it's business. Yeah, we just made the finals, but that ain't shit. There's a national championship.
Not over yet.
It don't matter. And seeing that, because that's just not the vibe that any Tennessee team has had for good reason. Tony Vitello, the last 4 years has been the best baseball's been since really ever, technically. But before that, you'd have to say Todd Helton in the mid-90s. And to have that, not get too excited and understand that everything you went through 22, everything you went through last year, to kind of come back and show that you are a staple of college baseball when you are good, and to try to put it all together, man, it's been so fun to watch.
Honestly, like this is Schloss has literally made history at A&M. We have more wins this year in Omaha than we've had combined ever.
Same with us, I believe. Maybe we have,
which is just sad.
Maybe it's if we win, because we had a good run in the mid 90s and early 2000s under Delmonico. We did all right, but when the time gets there, Tony Vitello will far and away be the greatest coach. I mean, he wins this series, it's over. He's the greatest coach to ever coach at Tennessee. But the numbers will prove that as soon as he catches up in years. I mean, he's in year 7, and one of those was 20 games in 2020 before the season got canceled.
The fact that we've been here, he's been here 3 years. This is Schloss's 3rd year, and we've gone to Omaha 2 times out of the 3. I'll take that any day.
Yep.
Because Rob Childress was not it.
No. No, that's,
Nebraska.
I think just about every team in baseball is finally, and the SEC, I'm sorry, has starting to figure out baseball. And what to do to be good. I mean, maybe besides South Carolina.
I can't. Sorry, game day, can't do it.
Look, man,
it's not a good hire. It's not.
Nobody's calling, Bo Schembechler back up to coach. I don't even know if he's alive. Sorry if I don't know. But nobody's asking that to happen. Nobody's asking any of these old coaches to come back. I get his resume.
What's the old whatchamacallit, the old Longhorn coach?
Mac Brown?
No, Augie. The coach that they ran out of town for David Pierce.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking, most of this happens in football because I told Game Day on the SEC chat, I said, y'all hired Les Miles. Congratulations.
Good job.
Congratulations. You are Kansas football and you hired Les Miles. Burtman was Saban. Maneri is Miles, and you're Kansas football. Congratulations. And for the LSU fans watching, congratulations. Enjoy your championship. You won with the best pitcher I've ever seen last year, but you got Ogeron. So
good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck. Have fun.
I feel it's the only thing I feel for Arkansas, even though I love that they're not here. Love it. Sorry, Sydney. Is that Hagen Smith is good, dude. The kid is good.
All right. I'm ready to cut a promo now on Arkansas. Understand something. Here's the thing. They're mad. They don't like Vitello because he was at Arkansas. He left. In 2021, him and Van Horn seemed to get into it. They're wearing the mask. You can't tell what's being said. But Arkansas has just decided to have this hatred for Tennessee, which fine. Hate us. Don't care. If there's anything Tennessee's proven, we don't mind being hated. It's fine. But this whole God's gift to baseball, you haven't won a championship.
You dropped the one ball for the one chance you had.
And the last time you were supposed to get there and you had the best pitcher in baseball and, he was the greatest closer ever, and Kevin Kopson, don't get me wrong, he was fantastic. He didn't win the damn regional. Or maybe it was the super regional. Either way, you didn't get out. You didn't get to Omaha. And I get that for the 2022 Tennessee team. Shit happens. But, to pretend you're God's gift to baseball in this SEC royalty, you and Florida State both need to shut the hell up. I don't care how many times you've been. You haven't won anything. All that prestige, all that history for the same hardware that I got, which is nothing.
No rings.
No rings.
Honestly, I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you saw it on my Twitter, but Texas puts University of Texas at Omaha inside their baseball cleats every year, which makes it even funnier when they don't make it.
Dude, I'm so sick of them. I saw, I think it was actually Robert who retweeted it. But them arguing about who is the original T.
Yeah. Like, you don't trademark the letter T, okay? Get over it.
And again, we're the original T. We're the original T. You'd have 2 M's on that hat if it wasn't for us. It'd be AMM, Mexico A&M, baby. Thank us. Every time you put that T, thank us. That goes for A&M and Texas. You're nothing without us. We're the T. We're the real orange. We're the real UT. And we are the reason you exist, period.
And all I have to say to that is you have a bunch of people who decided that it was better to die in Texas than live in Tennessee.
Hey, man, somebody's got to put in the work. If we got to do it, we'll do it. Somebody's got to put in the work.
It's okay.
Honestly, y'all needed rescuing. We were happy to oblige. We'll do it again someday for somebody else.
Okay. No, my thing with Arkansas is that whenever we played against them at Olson, Ryan Prager got pitcher of the week. And he pitched against Hagen Smith, and they're like, well, Hagen had a better stat line, but he didn't win. He didn't win. What do you want me to say?
Hagen Smith, don't care about him. Old buddy from Georgia, don't care about him. I'm over hearing anything about how great these players in baseball are, because for Christian Moore not to be a finalist, not to be SEC Player of the Year, not to be a finalist for Golden Spikes, none of it matters. Go have your pro career, be nice, whatever. Georgia will fall back into nothing. Arkansas will continue to do what they do, which is run their mouth all damn year and choke, not in Omaha, before they get there.
Honestly, I'm so glad I don't have to hear about Jack Caglione anymore.
Look, that's another guy. He's unfortunate because he wasn't the best player this year. Last year, he had an elite season, but the fact of the matter is you just happened to be with Dylan Cruz and Paul Skeens. You couldn't be the best hitter because you had Cruz. You couldn't be the best pitcher because you had Skeens. You kind of got screwed. You were the Andrew Luck. Your Golden Spikes was the Andrew Luck career. You were the best football player for 3 years, but one guy outshined you each year. It is what it is.
I just know that at some point tonight, our pitcher is going to strike someone out and be like, oh, but he gave up a weak ground ball to Jack Caglione, and we're going to talk about Jack Caglione for 10
minutes. Yeah, probably so. Probably so. That's fine. Florida can sit there and their trailer park at home and wish they were here, and they're at home now too. I'm sure they do love coming to Omaha because it gets them out of Gainesville.
Aww.
That's why they make it so much. That's why they make it so. Not because they're even good at baseball. It's because they know if they don't, they've got to stay in Gainesville, Florida. And I would do anything it took to get out of there.
Austin faithful will say that about College Station. But you either love College Station or you hate it, and there's nowhere in between.
Yeah, well, see, Gainesville is you either go to the University of Florida or you're on meth.
Well, in College Station, you either go to A&M or you live in Bryan, which people are like, oh, it's Bryan College Station. And I'm like, no, it's like Dallas, Fort Worth. Two things.
Right over, yeah.
2 things. As a girl from Dallas, Fort Worth is not Dallas. It's just not. It's not the same thing.
That's why I'll argue forever that yes, it's a great college town. Yes, it's great, but the best city outside of the college town itself is Knoxville, Tennessee. There's no other college town in the SEC has what Knoxville has outside of the university. Because when you live right outside, you're still in Knoxville.
If I have to hear one more time that Austin is a college town, I might scream. Like, the government is in Austin.
Yeah.
The government. Literally, I had someone ask me, like, well, what else is in Austin besides UT? And I was like, the government.
Texas?
the government is there.
Yeah, man, it's
like, what? No, College Station is a college town.
Texas fans are delusional. It is what it is.
Like, there's nothing else here, guys.
It is what it is.
All right. So I have, you can follow both of us because I'm sure we'll both be live tweeting this game.
I'll have a couple tweets out. I put a couple, somebody gives a home run, you'll get their name in caps. I don't really tweet when I'm mad anymore because I'm throwing things or pacing. I've learned to get off my phone because I don't say things that need to be said.
Who's your X factor for this series? Who's going to be the guy that changes it that no one is expecting?
Man, I think for us, it's going to be Stamos. I think if Stamos comes out and he pitches into the second inning, it's going to be a performance that shows that we are here to win a championship. It's kind of a cop out, but the fact of the matter is we have 5 players that have hit 20 home runs. We have, I think, 3 others that have hit 10. We don't have. There is nobody who's got to show up. Because we're always there. If you're looking for a guy to take over and be like, oh yeah, that guy is the reason they're winning a national championship, look for Christian Moore, who's had, maybe the best postseason, definitely the best postseason so far this year. You got to go back to 56 for the last cycle here. He's just on a tear. So if you're looking for out of nowhere, I'm going to go Stamos with a 3-inning, couple hit, no run. Really shows that we're here to win. If you're looking for who's your best player and is he going to show up, it's going to be Christian Moore doing Christian Moore things, couple home runs, 5 of 6, 4 of 6 batting type of deal, and showing everybody why he belongs in that discussion.
Ours, I'm thinking, is Josh Stewart on the mound. He came in when we brought in Chris Cortez, and he threw 8 straight balls. So we brought in Josh Stewart because he had 2 on, nobody out, and he struck somebody out and got a ground ball double play. Like that. And I was like, all right, I see you, Josh. Okay. You do that. You keep doing that. And then Gavin Grohovac. It's the freshman. It's his bat going because Jace can only do so much with his hamstring. Braden's not here. He's the top 3. He's our leadoff guy. Him and Jackson Appel have to do something. Because Hayden Schott has been everything we could have asked for him and more. And if I see one more person tweet about how Hayden's an automatic out, I'm like, have you watched any of our postseason games? Any of them? The kid's on base at least twice.
Yeah.
But go ahead. Tell me how he's bad. Go ahead. I'll fight you for him.
Yeah.
I really will.
Yeah. I mean, now that I think about it a little more, if we could get a batter that's not great, our catcher, Cal Stark, Knoxville native, even though he went to Farragut, and I hate Farragut, they're rivals. But he gets on base, he walks like once a game, but man, I can't remember last time he hit a ball and got on base. It's been real bad. He, 9th in the lineup, which means if you get on base, Christian Moore comes up. If he can continue to get on base this series, whether it be walks, singles, whatever it is, if he can get on base, good things are going to happen for Tennessee.
I feel that about Travis Chestnut. He's a senior. He's playing the outfield because Braden's hurt, and he's doing his best, but that kid gets on base and he's quick. He will steal second and third faster than you can blink. So don't let him get on base because that's just bad for you. Especially because he's 9 and then you turn over to Gavin Grohovac or right. Jackson Appel, whoever leads off this game. It's not good for you. Yep. Not a good idea. Don't do that.
I haven't seen our lineup yet. I don't even know if it's out yet. We change our DH a lot. Our DHs have struggled. But what we've tend to do is you switch the DH. He has a really good game. Then you roll with him. Then he has a bad game. So Stamos had a great game. Then we started him bad. Put Reese Chapman in, hit a home run, I think on a base 2 more times. Bad game last week. So who that DH is going to be and whether they can create a spark is going to mean a lot to us too. They'll bat in the 8 hole. Same conversation as Cal Stark. Get on base, keep the lineup going, and then allow that Christian Moore, Blake Burt, Billy Amick lineup to come back because it's really hard to stop those 3. And if you can have a guy on base when they get up there, it's really hard to go through that order. If you start at the top or the bottom and get to the top of the order, it's really hard for a team to come out of there without allowing at least 1 run.
That's how I felt when we were playing Florida. Like sometimes, like if you get to Jack Caglione, you're in trouble.
Yep. That's exactly how we play.
Don't do it.
And because our lineup is so good at the top, you can't, everybody kept saying, why is Florida State even letting Christian Moore bat? Well, because if you don't strike him out, he's on base when Blake Burke comes up. And you can't walk him because Amick's behind him.
Yep.
And that's 20, 23, and 33 home runs.
What I need Aggie fans to realize is that this is not going to be the Oregon Super Regional where they walked in 4 runs. Like, it's just not going to happen. We're going to have to play our best ball.
And that's what I think is great because, I don't think Tennessee can do what they did against Florida State and come back and win. No. I think it is going to be 2 teams having to play their absolute best ball. I do genuinely believe if it's your best versus our best, we are the better team. I know that's not how sports works.
Oh, I don't disagree with you, especially with all of our injuries. I don't disagree with you.
But what I love is, like I said earlier, I truly feel for the first time in a long time, the 2 teams who deserve to be there the most are. And it is going to be a really fun, whether it's 2 or 3 games, a really fun, really competitive series.
I work till 6:30 on Monday, so I'm really hoping it's 2.
Our dead period for workouts is starting this week where we don't have any practice or anything. Took the week off because of that, so I have nothing to do but be anxious until we pitch if it's on Monday. It'll be a really not fun day all day leading up to the game if that comes to fruition.
I feel like it'll be 3 though. I do feel like it'll be 3. It's never that easy.
I lean that way. It is almost never that easy. I also, like I said, I think y'all could give us the 2 hardest games we've ever fought and us still win by a run each time in 2. Like I said, and I know you say you don't disagree, I think Tennessee can win in 2. I don't think A&M can.
It depends on, like I said, it depends on who we go with game 2 if we win game 1. And if Justin Lampkin pitches 6 innings of like 8 strikeout ball like he did against Florida, it could happen.
Yeah. Well, when I say can't, I mean
it's unlikely. Yeah.
Right. Shouldn't, whatever. Obviously, at this point,
anything can happen.
Right. That's why we play it. But it's going to be a fun series. I'm anxious. I'm excited. As soon as we get off of here, I'll give it about 10 more minutes after that and probably go get in my game day fit, find that spot on the couch, and
we got 2.5
start sweating.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's about the longest 2.5 hours.
I know. Like I said, I don't know what to do with my hands. I literally, when we got that last out against Florida, I cried. I was like, we're playing for a title, and I don't know how I've never felt this before.
Yep.
I was there when the Mavs won in 2011. Like I was alive. I was 15 maybe? I don't remember exactly. I don't know. But like, it's not the same thing.
Right.
It's just not.
No, I love my pro teams, but nothing comes close to any success the University of Tennessee has. Nothing at all.
If A&M wins this championship, the baseball gods have smiled on me because the Rangers won the World Series. So like the baseball gods are smiling on me.
This is the only baseball team I care about. Like I said, if you ask me who my MLB team is, it's the Cardinals. It's the Cardinals because I played with the Cardinals in MLB Hits 2003 on the PlayStation 2.
There you
because
go.
I picked a random team, and then I was like, oh, Albert Pujols, okay. And then I kind of watched a little bit. We're not a big baseball family, so it's like, just MLB didn't matter to us. So yeah, I'm a Cards fan, but I don't care. I don't care.
Pujols is fun to watch, though.
Yeah, I don't know what their record is. I know they played in Birmingham the other night. Don't know who won. Don't care really, because Tennessee's playing for a national championship, and that's really all that I've cared about for a week and a half.
Literally, the Rangers have to lose for any of my other teams to do well at this point. So I'm like, if we have to sacrifice the Rangers season, I don't care. I don't care.
Oh, well, I mean, I will I'll sacrifice everything but the football season, Tennessee football season. We'd have to have a discussion about what exactly that means. But as far as my pro teams, I don't give a shit if they play at all.
That's what I said. I told my mom, I said, if the Dallas Stars would have won the Stanley Cup, the Cowboys could have gone 0-16, and I wouldn't have cared.
Yeah, I am.
Wouldn't have cared.
If you told me now that the Colts, the Pacers, the Cardinals, they all lose. And then I don't care about hockey at all, but I do claim the Florida Panthers, who just allowed a 3-0 comeback to 3-3. If you tell me they lose game 4, cool. Let me win 2 this weekend. I don't care which 2. I'd prefer it be the first 2, but just let me win 2 this weekend. Let's go with the national championship, and I don't care what happens in anything else.
I might, like, my mom, normally we buy like World Series shirts, and she goes, we're going to wait and maybe buy a championship shirt this year. And and the more she says it, I'm like, okay, this could happen.
I did the same thing. They, obviously the regional, the super regional, and then you get to Omaha, all the stuff comes out. There's I'm wearing my Hendon Hooker graphic tee. They came out with a Christian Moore one that I am 100% going to buy. But I said, I'm not buying anything until it is ordered with a national championship hat.
Yep.
I'm not doing it until it comes with a national championship hat. I'm not celebrating getting Omaha because that's not the expectation.
Nope.
I'm not celebrating winning a regional because that's bare minimum. Now it's time to win a championship. And when we do that, I'll celebrate. I'll spend the rest of the money I have in my bank account, which admittedly is probably very little, on Tennessee merchandise. We'll run the streets. Everybody who's made fun of me in their life about the Tennessee Vols is going to have to mute me, block me, call the police. I don't care. But we're going to have fun. And until then, job's not done, and we're just trying to get these last 2.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I don't, like, I'm very, like, nervous. Because like I said, we've never done this before.
Yeah, I don't. Unfortunately, we have, like I said, I have friends coming in. I have another friend that's coming over for this game, and it's going to be the most people I've watched this with this year, besides the one time I had to go out and watch it. And they're all going to be having a good time because none of them really care because their team's not in it. But it's going to be. I've started really feeling the pressure right before I got on here, which is hilarious because we don't play, but like just the knot in my stomach about this game.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't play, but god damn it if I'm not going to say we.
Oh, listen, the people who say you got to say them, not we, the people who say you got to graduate from the university, people who all that, I promise you I put more blood, sweat, and tears in the Tennessee Vols than 90% of people I've met. And it'll be we until I die. I will celebrate that we won a national championship. Until I die. That's how it goes.
Me and this Aggie ring are going to be very excited about this championship. But my sister and her Aggie ring don't care. So there you go.
We're working. We will be a UT alum. Just not yet. Not now.
I believe in you.
Sometimes life happens, but we're back on track and we're getting that done. So
okay, I went to A&M and I'm not even using that degree.
Better late than now. The degree I'm getting, I know what I'm doing after, and it's not what the degree's for. I just got to have the degree. Got to have a degree to teach.
Yep.
And that's what I'm doing is I'm getting a degree I can get quicker, and I'm teaching because I coach football.
Love that. You want to teach kindergarten with me?
Do what?
You want to teach kindergarten with me?
No, I don't. Absolutely not. I like high schoolers because you can talk to them like adults a little bit. You can tell them about themselves. I can't do kindergartners.
There's something.
I could maybe do middle school. But other than that, I got to be in high school.
Can't do middle school. All right, my friends, we will see y'all on the other side of the championship. And I'm sure that if Tennessee wins, Sparks will be back because he likes to talk.
I do like to talk. If we lose, which won't happen, but if something happened and I don't end up in jail or prison or worse, I will come back to discuss it. I won't duck it. I won't duck the smoke if I don't need to. But yeah, if we win, I'll be on.
Oh, I know you will. Thanks and Giga Mags.
Go Vols.